This dentist in Chicago gains 41 new patients every month without ads. Before working with Overflow Cafe, they had an unoptimized website. They wanted stronger keyword rankings, more website traffic, and most importantly, increased revenue. We fixed up their website, improved their keyword rankings, and today they generate consistent revenue from Google, Bing, Maps, social media, ChatGPT, and other major AI platforms, while at the same time decreasing their spending on paid ads. The key results: 41 new patients every month without ads, more than 6,000 top-ranking keywords, more than 8,500 monthly website visitors, and a 1,500% increase in AI visibility. In today's video, you'll see the consultation we did for the client before we started working, the problems we found, and the SEO strategy we proposed to help them achieve these good results. Visit my website link in the description for a 90-day free trial. Let's jump right into the initial consultation now. So let's start with your website itself. You're on WordPress. Whoever did it, they kind of knew what they were doing, but they really didn't know how to do everything properly. Most likely they were someone of beginner or moderate skill. So website's not horrendous, but it definitely hasn't built out. It hasn't been built out properly for both rankings and conversion. It's sort of, some pages are more so for conversion, some pages more so for rankings. I see here that there's a side scroll. This should have been one of the first things that the designer fixed. The top menu is a total disaster. This isn't the way that menus are supposed to be. You can see how your competitors' menus are. You don't need a home button. In 2023, everybody clicks a logo to go back to the home page. You see this on every successful website. The next menu item should say services, and it would just be a massive drop-down menu with all of your various dental services. Instead of these, you've got laser dentistry with a drop-down, general dentistry with a drop-down, implants with a drop-down, Invisalign with a drop-down, braces with a drop-down. And by the way, they didn't segment these pages properly. A lot of these, for example, braces really should have just been one well-done page instead of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Same thing with Invisalign. And the reason is, first of all, from a user experience perspective. And then secondly, for SEO, you have the wrong pages ranking for the wrong phrases. So whoever did the SEO portion, they're a beginner. They knew a little bit about it. They knew how to write SEO content, but they really didn't know how to structure it properly, which is more of an advanced skill set. Same thing with implants. Someone who's looking for dental implants, think about the 50-year-old or the 60-year-old. Are they going to go through this, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 different pages? Or do they want to see just one page with all the information laid out? General dentistry, no problem there. Laser dentistry and so on. So anyways, you could have this, it says services, and you could have these sort of items or new items with submenu items. That always works. And then next you'll have about us. You should have a frequently asked questions page. Google does look for it. And then I would get rid of like savings club. Savings club can be down at the bottom. Special offers, maybe not. And then the last menu item is usually contact us. With your menu, it says sleep apnea treatment. So your entire menu is really goofy, and whoever built this out, they really didn't know what they were doing. Now, when I land on the website, the first image I see, affordable Invisalign. Actually, the homepage, you usually don't want to jump into a product right on the homepage. You want it to be about Archer Dental. And so this really should be like, hey, we're Archer Dental. We're located in Archer Heights, Chicago. And we do this and this and this. This section here that says quick links, too much text, but it's good that you have these pages here or these service boxes. Now, has not been built out properly. Too much scrolling to get to the actual option to see more. It should just say something like our services or dental services. This website, correct me if I'm wrong, most likely somebody from overseas, India or the Philippines that built this out. English isn't so great on this website. This team section looks good. And then see here, it says our services. This should have been way up at the top. And yeah, each of these icons links to the associated page. Google reviews, you've got so many great Google reviews. Why is this way down at the bottom? It should be way up at the top. Dentist Chicago. So here's where they went wrong. So they're trying to do good SEO, but they're not using good grammar. It's true that people go to Google and they type Dentist Chicago. That doesn't mean that you just put Dentist Chicago on the website in this manner. So they really rush through this. They rush through it really fast. I see them bolding things, hoping to get a boost in rankings. It works if you do it properly. They didn't do it properly in all cases, but they did do it properly in some cases. So it's not all bad. You got a fantastic video. It's very obvious that you have a really good dental clinic. The website doesn't show it. It's the alignment is off. There's some of the icons are have different sizes. The coloring is off, and so on. So it's weird. And then down here, there's these other menu items. There's some menu items that reflect the top menu. It's really a weird website. Okay, actually, no, let's head over to, laser dentistry in Chicago. And they're trying to rank it for laser dentistry in Chicago. I don't know if they use ChatGPT or what. They've really tried to optimize this. And some of the paragraphs are good, some of it not so much. But overall, this page is okay. It's not horrendous, but it's definitely not great. Here's the About page. Fantastic. It's possibly one of the best pages. Now, every time you show your Google map, and whoever built the website should have known this, you actually want to show the version of the Google map that shows your business name and all of your great reviews. So you're missing out on that big time. Let's head over to your Contact Us page. It's got a lot of text that doesn't need to be there. Please know that you can always contact our dental team. Well, obviously, right? That's why somebody would click on your contact page, because they pretty much know they're going to call or email or visit the clinic or so on. And then request an appointment, and then the contact form again. And then I would get rid of this big top banner. It's got the business hours up here, the address. I would get rid of the Spanish translation. I really don't think you need the Spanish translation in 2023, because somebody who is in Chicago or searching for a dentist in Chicago, they probably already have their browser set to Spanish. And when they search, Google is going to do the translation. Google Chrome will definitely do the translation automatically. And it's actually just causing confusion. And your website is absolutely bloated. It's got, like I said, way too many menu options, way too many pages that are not necessary, and it's pulling down your entire SEO. Let's take a look at some of the more detailed stats. So here's how your website looks in an iPhone 12 Pro. I'd say the font size is too small. However, the website does look a whole lot better on mobile than it does on a desktop. But let's look at the scores on the right. So your performance score is 48 out of 100. You see it's in the red. Accessibility is 86. Best practices is 91. Okay, way to go on that. And your SEO is 84 out of 100. Here's where the problems are. There are 143 warnings. When we build websites, the performance scores are green, 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 green. SEO is usually 99. Best practices 99, accessibility would be 90, and the performance score at worst would be, I would say, 75 out of 100. But there would be 0 errors and there would be 0 warnings. I'm using Google Chrome. You don't want to have warnings. I'm sure you've already invested a lot of time and money into your website. It should just be as perfect as possible. Okay, let's get even more technical. So your website, you see it up here, archerdental.org. You have an authority score of 10 out of 100. Not bad. Your organic search traffic right at the moment, it's trending down about 25%. You've got 473 backlinks from 94 referring domains. Now, this is where your competitors, first of all, your competitors have a lot more traffic than you do, and they have a lot more backlinks than you do. And you're going to have to invest in some really good SEO. If not us, then somebody that knows what they're doing. And I would say you need about 150 to 200 quality backlinks and or referring domains, and each of those should give you 1 to 3. So you should have anywhere from 200 to 600 backlinks coming from 150 to 200 referring domains. That is going to be extremely time consuming, and it is going to cost a bit of money, but your competitors have already done it, so you're kind of going to have to do it. Take a look at your traffic over the last 2 years. It's not really terrible, but you want to see it going up. Okay. And we'll take a look at your competitors shortly, but you're not really going anywhere. I don't know what you're spending at the moment, if you are spending anything in the website, but when you're spending money on a website, you want it to be trending up progressively. Even if it's 5% a month, it should be something. So when I see that it's like trending down for a long time, you got a little bump, and then now it's trending down again. Well, whoever's doing this isn't doing a great job. However, they're not doing a completely garbage job because you are ranking for 2,511 keywords. Now, some of those keywords are going to be far more valuable than others. Some will be valuable, such as Archer Dental Chicago, and then some of them are not going to be terribly valuable. So let's jump in and see which ones are valuable and which ones are not. So you're ranking for 2,600 keywords. They're bringing you 525 visitors per month from Google. The value of that traffic is $2,000. Unfortunately, although the number of keywords you're ranking for is trending up 10%, the actual traffic you're getting from Google is trending down, and the value of that traffic is trending down. You don't want that. You want consistent up, up, up. It's not going to be up every month forever. You have to have down months. That's the way life works. But anyways, only you would know if it's been trending down for a long time. So let's take a look at your keyword rankings. Some of them are, I've tried to highlight Chicago. Because you're in Chicago, you don't service people who are in necessarily Manhattan or Miami or Los Angeles. You sort of focus on Chicago. I care about the keywords that relate to Chicago. Want to really make your budget count. So for example, here's a keyword you're ranking for: care credit for Invisalign. Okay, you're ranking for it, but does it matter? I mean, is this person in Miami? They're never going to be your customer. Okay, here's a keyword you're ranking for: help paying for Invisalign. Again, where are they? Are they even in America? They could be in Canada. Okay, Archer Dentistry of Archer, Chicago. You rank for that. 90 people search for that every single month. Let's take a look at some good keywords. Invisible braces, Chicago. Hey, not bad at all. So you're not really ranking #1 for it, but you have a search feature for it. 40 people search that every month. Invisalign in West Chicago. You're ranking for that. 40 people are searching for that every single month. Invisalign cost. Okay, so Invisalign Chicago. Let's focus on this for a couple seconds. So Invisalign Chicago. Obviously, if somebody types this into Google, they're interested in what? Invisalign Chicago. Okay, so you're doing okay. for that keyword, and there are 480 people Googling this in America every single month. Now let's take a look at the page. The page is archerdental.org, Invisalign cost. So when we go to it, it's this page. It's the cost page. And so it's Invisalign cost, affordable to align your smile. Now you'll notice that we want this page to rank for Invisalign Chicago. Unfortunately, it's more so about the cost of Invisalign. What is Invisalign? Here's the problem. If I want Invisalign and I go to Google and I type Invisalign Chicago, it's probably because I want to purchase Invisalign in Chicago. You don't need to tell me what is Invisalign. I probably already know what Invisalign is. Same as if I'm looking for a dentist in Chicago. You don't have to say, what is a dentist? No, I already know what a dentist is. That's why I went to Google and I typed in dentist in Chicago so that I could get a dentist in Chicago. Same thing with Invisalign. So again, whoever did this, they're a beginner and they didn't really completely know what they're doing. This page is really goofy. They made a valiant effort. It's not terrible. They way over bolded. Like they've like in some areas entire sentences. So they don't know how things work in 2023. They're a little bit behind when it comes to SEO. Okay. And then this section here is actually okay. And then request your appointment. Okay. So we're focusing in on Chicago. So Invisalign Chicago. Every single month, 390 people go to Google in America and they type Invisalign Chicago. 1,200 people actually do this worldwide. So USA, Brazil, it looks like the Arab Emirates, Argentina. What's BD? I don't even know what BG is. This is Belgium. I don't know what this one is. Why is this happening? Why are so many people searching worldwide? Well, people are on vacation. Some people work and they're stationed in other countries and they're in those other countries and they're like, hey, the kids, we're going back to Chicago, back home to Chicago next month. The kids need braces. Let's get them Invisalign. And so they're Googling from other countries. So, they're eventually going to be back in Chicago and they're going to need Invisalign and hopefully they find you. Now, there are a lot of other keywords in that are related to Invisalign. This video would be 10 hours long if I did that. Like there's many totaling many thousands of monthly searches. There's over 100 questions involving Invisalign. But for example, do you really want to rank for how much are Invisalign? 3,600 people are Googling that every month, but who cares? I mean, again, if they're in Los Angeles, they're never going to be your customer. So do you really want to target them or do you want to be targeting Invisalign Chicago? These people are going to be your paying customers. And so you keyword research and the keyword map for your website, they didn't do it properly. They used the shotgun approach or the C approach where you throw spaghetti at the wall and you see what sticks. And I prefer a more targeted approach, keywords that'll actually generate revenue for your clinic. Okay, so by the way, 390 people in America searching for Invisalign Chicago every single month. Look at the keyword difficulty. 7 out of 100. This is a very easy keyword to rank for. I mean, you could just one stunningly good page and you're there. And then you move on to all the other pages or all the other services that you offer. Now, some are going to be very difficult and some are going to be very easy. So this one's very easy. So this is your page. Invisalign cost, you see it up here. Let's do a content score for Invisalign Chicago. And this is your website. This is the page that I just showed you. And this is how Google sort of sees your page. You've got the American flag. That's the translation feature that I really think you should remove. You've got your logo here. And then you've got the actual article. And you can see here, if I scroll down, got the article with all your images, and it's structured the way that Google would see it. So let's take a look here. This article for this specific page scores 71 out of 100. That's fantastic. The average score for Invisalign Chicago is 56. The top score is 60. You technically have the top score. Now, whether or not, because you do want a high score, but whether or not this is a good read that convinces your visitor to actually book an appointment with you, that's a whole other story. We'll get into that later, or on another day, I should say. I like to put up that is in the high 80s or 90s. So, for example, earlier today, my team posted a bunch of articles for an immigration lawyer. I think it was 4 or 5 articles, and they were all like 96, 97 out of 100. By next week, Monday, she's ranking Google page 1, spot 1 for those various articles. And by Tuesday or Wednesday, her phone is ringing. She's getting more emails from those articles. It takes a lot more time because you don't just want a high scoring article. You want something that will actually convince your reader to do business with you. And you could see here all the different words and phrases that Google is expecting in the article. The red means it's, just not there enough. So good oral hygiene needs to be in this article 1 to 3 times. It's there 0 times. Overall oral health is in this article 0 times, but it should be there 1 to 4 times. Confident smile is there 0 times. It should be there 2 to 4 times. This is an extremely time-consuming task. My team and I have written thousands and thousands and high-ranking articles over the years. Okay. So let's take a look at some of the keywords that I'm very interested to rank you for. And I won't get into all of them. We won't have enough time. Dentist Chicago. Okay, you start with the basics. Dentist Chicago. Why? Because you're a dentist and you're in Chicago. 2,900 people search this every single month. The keyword difficulty, it's possible. It is definitely possible. Dental implants Chicago, 1,300 people are searching for this every single month. And it's easy. It's easy. Emergency dentist Chicago, 880 people are searching for this every month. Again, it is easy. Cosmetic dentist Chicago, 390 people are searching for this each month. And it's possible. Best dentist Chicago, laser dentistry Chicago, only 20 people per month are searching this, but it is very easy. 0 out of 100 difficult. So I would write the article today, posted on your website tomorrow, Friday, and by Monday, you're ranking, Monday, Tuesday, you're ranking spot 1. Now, your website, whoever did your SEO, they didn't bother targeting emergency dentist Chicago, which has a keyword of 18. They went ahead and they tried to get emergency dentist near Midway. That's the keyword they targeted, probably because it was only at a difficulty score of 1. And so, yeah, you rank for it. Here's the problem. What is the volume? It's 0. 0 people on planet Earth are searching for an emergency dentist near Midway. So you have now paid somebody to rank you for something that will get you 0 customers because 0 people are searching that phrase. Let's take a look at the phrase dentist Chicago. 2,900 people are searching for that every single month. 48 out of 100 difficulty, 5,200 people worldwide. Now, this is where Mexico comes in. So 2,900 people in America are searching for a dentist in Chicago, 390 per month in Mexico, 260 in India, 260 in the Philippines, 260 in Pakistan, and I think this is Germany, 400, it's Germany, 40 people per month. There are 3,800 related keywords totaling over 150 1,000 monthly searches, and so on and so forth. If I, on my tool here, SEMrush, we can narrow it down to all 3,700 keywords. We can take a look at the broad match keywords. We could take a look at the phrase match, which is what I personally prefer. Dentist Chicago, top 10 dentists in Chicago, Chicago dentist, best dentist in Chicago, emergency dentist Chicago, pediatric dentist Chicago, cosmetic dentist Chicago, dentist in Chicago Heights, best cosmetic dentist in Chicago, best dentist Chicago, dentist office for sale. Okay, so this one here is relevant to you. Dentist office for sale in Chicago, unless maybe one day you want to sell your office. But you see, each keyword has a certain number of people searching for it and a certain keyword difficulty score. This column shows you the cost per click if you just pay for Google Ads. Let's take a look at two of your really strong competitors. So Chicago Dental Studio, they have a higher authority score than you. Their traffic is well, it's more than 20 times your traffic, but it is they're a little bit right at the moment. But if you take a look, their graph is way better than yours because they've been progressively trending upwards. Although, yes, they are giving back a little bit right at the moment. And you see their backlink profile, 497 referring domains, tons of great backlinks. And yeah, they're ranking for 3,700 keywords. Chicago Dental Studio, Dead Tooth, Dental Chicago, Bottom of a Tongue, Chicago Dental Studio Mayfair, so on and so forth. Here's their actual website. Notice how super clean and minimalistic their website is. They don't have 1,000 items in their main menu. They've got these drop downs. They've got this one services menu, and they've got other kinds of services. Notice that they're Invisalign. So if I click on it, you look up here, it's Chicago Invisalign. You probably can't see this, but it's Chicago Invisalign. It's about Invisalign. It's got a photo of a man with Invisalign. And it's been written to rank with an extremely high content score and to convert the visitor into an actual customer. They've got a video, how it works. They've got some great photos here and so on and so forth. Very, very, very well done. Okay, let's take a look at Dentology. Again, their authority score is much higher than yours. Their traffic is more than 10 times higher than yours, and it's trending up. And their backlink profile it's better than yours. You see their traffic trend, it is progressively up. Now, the reason, by the way, that I'm showing you both of these competitors, I am familiar with them, and they're only ranking for 1,400 keywords, which is less than yours, but the value of their traffic and keywords is way more than yours. And you could see over 10 times more traffic than what you have. And usually it's quite proportional. They probably have 10 times more patients. Very super minimalistic website. It's very clean, very easy. Look, going to the dentist just got better. What is it? It's a dentist office in Chicago, Illinois. They've made it brutally simple. Everyone on planet Earth understands exactly what this is about. Compare that to your website with 175 different options in the top menu. Look, services, Invisalign, boom. Teeth whitening, emergency exam. Locations, boom. Got all their locations there. Insurance, about us, careers, boom. That's it. That's it. People understands exactly. Okay, they've got the section why. Okay, insurance, dentists, services. See, they're very clinical about it. Boom, general dentistry, cosmetic dentistry, Invisalign, teeth whitening. They're very, very to the point. They've got their social medias down here. Very, very well done. Got the blog over here. Extremely well done. Here's what I'd like to do for your website, depending on your budget. I would like to use this template. We've actually used it for other dental clinics. We've used it for all different kinds of doctors, actually, gynecologists, therapists, and so on. It's worked extremely well. Obviously, the graphics, the logos, the words, the colors, everything can be customized to you. But this is basically the layout. It is just very clean, simple, minimal style. It's to the point. And it will get you the kind of keyword rankings you need. It'll get you the number of customers that you need. And it'll get you there a lot faster than the way you're doing things now. Look at this nice contact page, clean and simple. We won't add a form on this side. We would actually add your Google Map. It'll show all your amazing reviews. Every single person that visits your website is going to book an appointment. You're going to have way too many appointments than you can handle. Okay, let's take a look. So the two competitors that I showed you, they spent between 10 to 15,000 to build out their websites properly, and they're spending between $500 to $1,500 a month for SEO. In order to do your project properly, it'll take me about 150 hours to rebuild your website properly using the template that I showed you, plus about 10 hours each month to raise your keyword rankings, which would then raise your traffic and your revenue. A reasonable budget would be $7,500 to rebuild your website. You would pay this after the work is complete, and $400 monthly for ongoing SEO, where I do the SEO the right way. Now, your website is about 100 pages. That is way too many pages for the size and scope of your operation. So we need to reduce this number dramatically, consolidating things the way that I showed you in the video. Now, the timeline would look like this. The first month, we're rebuilding and fixing your website properly. As soon as we're done that, you're going to see an instantaneous boost in conversion. That means the people that visit your website, they are actually booking an appointment because the website makes logical sense. Month number 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7, we're really focused on boosting your rankings using really good SEO. That's the content, the interlinking, the photos, the video, and the backlinks. Backlinks probably the hardest part. Okay, but by month number 7, this is when you see top keyword rankings. By month number 8, you see a very dramatic increase in traffic. Now, yes, your traffic will start to increase almost immediately after month number 1, but month number 8 is when you really see that hockey stick where it just starts to go up dramatically, and it's going to continue to go up month after month after month. Not every month, but pretty much 11 out of 12 months. Now, month number 9 is when you see an extremely dramatic increase in new clients, which continues to improve over time. Yes, you will see an increase in clients after we fix the website, which is month number 1, but it's not going to be dramatic. Dramatic, it's usually fix the website, then you fix the rankings, you fix the traffic, and then you see a dramatic increase in new clients. So we always say, to be safe, month number 9, even though it usually happens sooner. Month number 10 and 11, we're really working on conversion rate optimization. I don't know what your current conversion rate is because I don't have access to that data, but let's say it's currently 1%. We want to get it to 2, 3, 4, 5%. Usually at 5%, that's usually where it tops off. And no matter what we do, it doesn't go higher than 5% for dentists. Okay, by month number 12, this is where you decide. Do you want to move down to just maintenance mode, or do you want to continue to grow your rankings? Maybe you're adding new services and you need us to build out pages and content and blogs and so on for all of that. Some of our clients move us over to social media after that time. It's completely up to you. That's as much information as I can share with you today. That consultation was completed in 2023. It took a lot of time and hard work to achieve those results. hundreds of hours over the course of many months and even years in most cases. Our standard operating procedure for SEO includes over 200 line items of work depending on your business goals. The impact of SEO is exponential. When done correctly, revenue continues to grow while paid advertising costs continue to shrink. To recap this project, we completed our SEO checklist of over 200 tasks, such as fixing indexing problems, and there were many, full keyword research, technical SEO, on page SEO, content creation, image SEO, off page SEO, backlink building, conversion rate optimization, and much, much, much more. The key results: 41 new patients every month without ads, more than 6,000 top ranking keywords, more than 8,500 monthly website visitors, and a 1,500% increase in AI visibility. Smart companies invest 1 to 2% of their annual revenue into SEO because the return on investment can be extraordinary when executed correctly. Now, the key word here is correctly. If you try to do SEO cheaply or quickly, your business will never reach its full potential and your smarter competitors will always beat you. Visit my website link in the description for a 90-day free trial. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next case study.